These two lovely humans are Matt and Elizabeth. They're polyamorous, they're married, they're parents.
If a girl cancels on you, she'll do it 40 minutes beforehand, on the dot.
Now, if you don't know who this is one of these very opinionated, I don't know if she's a Gen Zer, but she kind of comes off as one. So this is a biracial woman who heavily identifies as black, and she is well known on the internet for downing the manosphere in general, talking down on men's standards or point of views. And this woman, you can kind of tell within the stresses of her eyes and face that nobody really likes you. Like, it's really sad to even say this, because it's not like again, I want to make this clear, this is not a video to bash or make her feel down or bully her or anything. I'm critiquing her. And I feel like this chick got exactly what she fucking deserved. You know, I can probably say she's been talking all this crap about black men and their standards, and we're demeaning and we're hurtful and we're learning toxic masculinity from Kevin Samuels. You got what you deserve. Now you're crying about, let me guess, white women, right? Because I know it's not black dykes you're messing with. It's white women. I bet you. I freaking bet you it's white women.
40 minutes. The point where you've already started to get ready. That's when she'll and she won't just say, sorry, can't make it, the way a guy might, right? She'll send you a paragraph of bullshit.
Now you know what we go through, huh? You know, now we're gonna have a dykosphere where you're gonna have a whole bunch of dykes gaslighting black men on how they really feel about dating.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Happy Pride. I know it's been a while since I've posted. I've been very busy, I've been moving, but I could not miss Pride Month. So I thought I would just talk today about some of the things that I've learned since I have started dating women. Because, you know, I was just thinking back to last Pride, I hadn't really dated women. And then this past year was probably my first time really exploring that. And I thought I would share that with you because it's very interesting what you think it's gonna be like before you start versus after you've dated women. I would say the biggest thing that I thought, my biggest preconceived notion when I only dated men, was that dating women would be easier. And that is extremely false. Extremely false, not just because there's not as much of...
But remember, we're always the bad guys for pointing this out. We're always the bad guys, and we're always getting kickback. Hey, you know, we don't want to be seen as wallets. And then black women again will be like, well, you don't control the landscape of the community. You guys don't do X, Y, and Z. But again, when a nuclear physicist walks by you, now all of a sudden you're talking about, oh, he's not relatable. He doesn't move me sexually. Okay.
Like a societal guideline, I guess, for it, right? Like when you're talking about heterosexual relationships, you both sort of know what you've been told is supposed to happen. But if you're dating a girl, it's a lot more difficult in the setting up of the dynamic, I would say. That's why I think a lot of times you meet girls that you might want to hang out with, but then it just never happens because the communication, there's not a clear leader a lot of times, and a lot...
Oh, leadership. Oh, you bitches want leadership and guidance and yeah, funny, huh? Because when a man tries to put y'all on game and try to have y'all under our wing Now you guys bitch and moan about, oh, well, I don't want to be seen as a child. I'm not going to be seen as less than. I'm greater or equal than you. You shouldn't be seeing me as a child.
Sometimes I find both of us are kind of too scared or nervous to be the leader. And for me,
Oh wow, maybe because black women don't lead good, maybe y'all just suck at leadership, okay? Because this is why I always look down at lesbian relationships, is because of shit like this. Because y'all can't pick or decide anything. You have two bitches who can't even pick where they want to eat at. What's gonna happen to that? You got two bitches trying to wine and dine each other. How the fuck that's gonna work? Everybody's independent. y'all are too scared to be vulnerable, and y'all magically think dating another woman is gonna be the bee's knees and it's gonna resolve all issues. And you guys are so egotistical that you guys have to be better than somebody. You have to be better than everybody in the room. But once another woman is in the picture, now all of a sudden it's blank stares and shit, and it's like, oh, leadership is now a hot potato game, huh? Okay.
it's almost like you have this sort of, I don't know if it's like an ego thing mixed with like a fear thing of, well, I don't want to be the one who has to assume that role. And, if they like me enough, I would hope that they would be comfortable assuming that role. But then it's like, they probably think that about me. Right? The other thing is, women are just as shady as men. I would like to make that very clear. They are just shady in a different way that's a lot more sneaky and
Remember, this is the same bitch that gave Amber Heard a pass and tried to make it seem that men in general were the bad guys for siding with Johnny Depp.
a lot more unpredictable. That doesn't make it better or easier. I would say women disappoint you just as much. It's just in a more surprising, creative way. Like, for example, when a man ghosts you on a date or before a date, it's more dramatic. Do you know what I'm saying? Or if he cancels on you, he'll do it the day before or that day. If a girl cancels on you, and I have had several data come in on this, some from myself and some from people I know. If a girl cancels on you, she'll do it 40 minutes beforehand on the dot. 40 minutes.
Okay. So now you understand what we go through, huh? When men, we've seen the skits, and maybe some of these videos were real, but we've seen the skits to where guys have bought the hotel room, and they already have the liquor, the wine, the blacks ready out, and these guys already done spent, $150 on a night, and the girl doesn't show up, though, and they do the whole, oh, you're gonna be so mad at me, text. But when we're mad about those things, guess what we're called by women like you? We're called incels. We hate women and shit. And it takes a dumbass woman to date another dumbass woman to figure out that men have got it right this whole fucking time.
The point where you've already started to get ready. That's when she'll and she won't just say, sorry, can't make it, the way a guy might, right? She'll send you a paragraph of bullshit of why she's changed her mind 40 minutes before. And it will always be something that she knew last week. It will always be something that's mental, emotional. It won't be oh, sorry, I have to go help this person. It will be I've been thinking a lot about insert some bullshit reason why all of a sudden she can't go on the date with you.
Low-key, I think this is white women stressing her out.
This has happened to me and many people that I know. And so it's almost shadier. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
Yes, but in your situation, it's your ego. Because you always feel like somebody owes you something. You walk around acting like you're better than everybody, that you have all the answers, and you're beyond approach. And then when somebody hurts your feelings, now all of a sudden you want to be vulnerable. Fuck you.
I think girls just like kind of think that they can get that shit off. Do you know what I'm saying? I think just like some women are just very people, right? But I think some women are so delusional in the way of like what disrespect means.
Oh no, you couldn't do this to me. You couldn't. You just now figure out how disrespectful the modern woman is, right? You really are new to this shit, aren't you? You how new are you? Like, come on. We've had, these talking points what probably since the 80s, 70s, if that. I'll probably say the 80s. And you now realize that women aren't the moral compass of the world. You deserve a slow clap.
Sense of, I dated one woman, okay? I don't want to make it seem like...
Was she white? I just want to know.
I have this amazing experience. I have a wealth of experience now. Like, I have a little bit, right? I have some experience with women now, whereas before, I only had the desire, right? So I do have more to speak on, but I'm by no means an expert. But when I did date this girl, she didn't seem to understand, like, what disrespect really was. For me, respect specifically regarding time and communication, it's pretty black and white. It's pretty clear cut, right? And I think I posted the story on here about that girl who I was dating, and then we kind of demoted to like friends, and she invited me somewhere with her friends, and nobody talked to me the whole time, and they like would go and leave without me. And I found it to be very disrespectful, and she was just like, oh yeah, that's just kind of what I do with my friends. And I was like, so we're not friends then. That's not what friends do. That's what strangers and acquaintances do. Like, but that behavior and that kind of like, j'ai oublié, like the just obliviousness of like what respect is, that happened like when we were like dating too. And it was just like, I never want to be, I think another thing that like dating women taught me, this is not like a general, everybody's gonna learn this, but for me, I don't want to have to be the leader of everything. I don't want to be the one who knows what's up and has to teach you things. I don't want to have to teach you how to communicate properly. I don't want to have to teach you how to be respectful.
But men are the bad guys for having all these teaching shows trying to teach men how to teach women how to get on board. We're the bad guys because we want you guys to be submissive. We're the bad guys for, oh God, this one's creeping me out.
And I don't know if this is an age thing. Like, this is why I don't really tend to jive with people who are exactly my age or like even a year younger, like in dating, whether it's...
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I can bet you dating this bitch, whether you're a woman or a man, it's probably hell. This woman literally walks around as if your time is on her privilege, and you owe her a million answers on why you did X, Y, and Z. She's just mad annoying.
Any gender, like I just can't mess with it anymore because I've just found the ideas of what respect is and what life is just simply not there. But I would say that also, like in my experiences with women, even like a little bit older than me, they will still try and pull that like kind of disrespectful thing, but play it off as like I'm the victim. It's tricky, it's slippery. I think women are slippery. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, women are tricky. I think there's this preconceived notion that dating women will be easier because, they're better at communicating, and it's like a yes and no kind of thing. Like, yes, women are generally better at communicating, but it's like there's so many other factors involved that make it a mess most of the time. And that is not just coming from my experiences.
And how do you know women communicate better? This is just your assumption that just because you're a woman that you still have all the advantages And you even fail on yourself when critiquing other women you've dated into thinking that you're perfect. And you fail to realize that you're just as bad or maybe worse than the women you've dated. Stop lying to yourself like you tried everything in the book to make it work.
But that is also my experiences. I think what's been really beneficial for me is that things that I thought were just a man problem, I realized was a people problem. And some things that I thought were the issue of whoever I was dating and not me, I found were actually a me problem. So that...
Okay, I spoke too soon. She's learning. I spoke too soon.
That is definitely why I would encourage you to go out and date. Like, if you are queer, go out and explore. If you haven't yet and you just aren't sure where to start, I definitely encourage you exploring, because you will learn a lot about yourself that you didn't think you would learn. Like, you might think the issues you're having now are related to the type of people that you're dating, and this could be beyond gender, this could be about type and whatever. And if you start to branch out, you might realize you are actually the drama. Yes, so that is this week's video. Happy Pride. I am excited to be back and making more content, and I promise I will be more consistent with it. But thank you so much.